Hello. It's been a little while since the last time I did an update, so I figured I would go ahead and do one. I saw that 6 days ago someone left a comment on my last video, so apparently some people watched it. Um, but they seemed like they were concerned based on my words in my last video, so I kind of gave them a reply and um, gave them a small update in the comment, but I figured I might as well do a video here as well. I am about 3 weeks. Today's 3 weeks exactly since I started taking Lexapro, and I have to say that it's so far been a positive experience overall. Um, the taste bud issue that I had before did come back a couple times since that last video, but it's only been a couple times and it hasn't been in a long while. I I haven't had issues eating. I have had a reduced amount of food that I'm wanting, but that's actually something that I also kind of want because I know that I have gained weight over the years, and I've always wanted to reduce the amount that I've eaten because diet's very important in reducing your weight. But I have noticed as a side effect of not eating as much, my blood sugars have dipped low quite frequently, and I almost have to make myself eat because of my diabetes, to make sure that my sugar levels stay up in the appropriate levels. Um, I don't know what else to say as far as that goes. There hasn't been any more sand tasting grapes or anything like that, but in general, just the appetite has gone down, and I don't view that as a complete negative. Um, I did have some diabetes issues recently, but that was, I think, completely separate from the Lexapro side effects. I just ate too much and then it messed me up for a couple of days. But trying to think what else. I've still been kind of doing my hermetic lifestyle where I stay in the house and stuff, but that's partially due to the lockdown, partially due to my normal habits and what I enjoy doing, which is playing video games. So on my off days and my free time, I primarily am sitting here playing the computer. But I do at some point, and I keep saying some point, and I push it off further into the future. I know this is an issue, but I do want to get back on the working out, eating good, trying to get healthy train. And I honestly feel like that's more of a viable solution now. I have a little bit more optimism in that regard. So I guess that means that the apathy has gone down or lessened. And I don't know if that's just my resolve being better or if that's the Lexapro. Because it's hard to say with something that mm, alters your brain chemistry how it affects how you think, because maybe because I'm not having all the negativity as much, which is actually what has happened. I haven't had moments where I'm super apathetic or super depressed, um, which was my biggest concern, which is why I went to the doctors, um, and got on some medication. But I I haven't had those moments, and I feel like it might be making me think more optimistically, but it's not like I've completely gotten there or made the decision to take the jump or take the leap or whatever. But I am still feeling like I'm going through the motions and just getting by, but it's not in as negative of a light, if that makes sense. And like I said in the comment that I replied to, on my last video, I I have these moments of I have these, like, it's like I know my depression is still there in my head. It hasn't gone away. I know it's still there. I know it's present, but I haven't felt it. I haven't had a attack of severe depression or severe apathy since I've started taking Lexapro. So in that regard, I want to attribute it to the medication, but again, with brain chemistry, it's really hard to say this completely solved it, But I do know that there may be a correlation because since I began taking it, I haven't had it occur, and that could be placebo effect too, for all I know, but it still is a fact. So that makes me optimistic about using it. I haven't had severe fatigue from this. The fatigue was more from my diabetes condition, which my blood sugars I need to rein in a little bit better and not eat as much or remember to eat more, in some cases. But in regards to the Lexapro, I haven't had any severe negative effects. The nauseous feeling that I was kind of feeling has come up a few times, just like the taste, but it's not constant and it hasn't occurred as frequently in the last week compared to the week before. So it's lessening or improving, whichever you want to call it. Just in general, I'm starting to feel better. I'm not seeing any negative side effects. I don't feel like I'm all doped up. I am officially on two 10 milligram tablets now, which I started, I think, after the first week or something like that. I forget exactly how long it's been on two tablets, but when it said on the bottle to swap to two tablets is when I swapped. And since then, I've been on two, and I haven't felt like withdrawal symptoms, and I have had days where I've taken it later because of schedule or sleeping in or whatever. But I haven't felt like withdrawal or like cravings or like I don't feel like an addiction to it. I don't feel a need for it. Like I feel the need for it, but I don't feel like a craving for it like an addiction. Trying to think, like honestly, I don't have a whole lot of negatives and I have potential positives that can't be necessarily proven, if that makes sense. But overall, I'm trending towards a more positive light now than I was 3 weeks ago when I first started. So I'm hoping that that has a correlation, and I'm hoping that I continue to see an improvement from here. I will have a doctor's appointment at some point in December. I forget exactly which day, but that's coming up here in the next 2 or 3 weeks to check in with my PCP and touch base with her based on, um, and I'm sure she'll just be going over everything I'm mentioning right now. But in any case, I have high hopes, and I'm hoping that it just gets better at this point. Um, and maybe once all this lockdown stuff ends and the vaccines are out and people start returning to a normal lifestyle, then I can make steps in the right direction physically to get out of the house more. But with all of this happening, it's like the attempts that I might be taking, I'm using the lockdown as an excuse not to take. I could be going for jogs outside just as easily as going to the gym for a treadmill, but I am the type of person that do not generally like to jog outside. I do prefer to use treadmills or machines and stuff at a gym. I'm that kind of person. I prefer indoors, and when it comes to stuff like that, I do like to hike, and technically the hiking trails are open, so I could be doing that. But the last time I went on a very easy hiking trail, I had to make very many pit stops, and that was not pretty, and I felt very embarrassed because I was with other people. So um, that's not something I'm necessarily wanting to repeat quite yet. Like I do want to, but at the same time, I don't want to be the guy dragging everybody behind and making them wait on me. So if maybe at some point I get the motivation to do that, I'm going to probably do it solo or something, or with family instead of friends, because at least with family I can be the potato that I am, and friends I can too, but I feel more bad dragging my friends behind versus bringing my mom with a metal leg or something, you know. I'll make her feel like the slow one. I don't know. Anyway, I'm laughing and smiling in this video, so I guess that is a change, and I don't know if I'm just in a better mood or what. But in general, I'm hoping that this helps somebody or at least gives you some insight. And you know, like, comment, and subscribe below. I don't know, whatever. I mean, just do what you will. But I hope you enjoyed the 10-minute video. Later.